going to do something. I want to give a testimony of my faith. I've been talking about my last messages with crucifying the flesh and the substance of faith. And the Lord's been working with me for a while. And I kind of want to give a testimony about the substance of my faith that the Lord has given me. That is something that I could not have imagined. And He's got more for me. But I want to show you where I've started and where I'm leading up to. And I want to say that I'm going to start about 4 years ago. It's probably some things is more, but I just want to tell you within the last 4 years. The Lord has been moving me into another area of my life. And He's got something better for me, but He had to move some obstacles out of my way. And at the time, I was taking care of my mother and taking care of 3 of my grandchildren. And I was working, and it was really more than I could handle. And my relationship with the Lord, I wanted it to be stronger. I wanted to be closer to the Lord. But a lot of things had to come out of my way. And it started off with, in the beginning of the year of 2017, my mother died. In the summer of 2017, I had to give up my grandchildren. I didn't want to give up my grandchildren because I did not like what they were going into. It was not right. I did not like it. But the Lord kept telling me, no, you've got to give them up. If you want to walk the faith with me, you got to give them up because they are distracting. They are distracting you from me. They are taking you away from me. He said, just trust me. And I really fought that. And I didn't want to give them up, but finally, finally it came to the point I had to give them up. Well, then the Lord showed me that I had to give up my home. I had a trailer, and I got it brand new. The Lord gave me a brand new trailer where I didn't even have to pay for it. He gave it to me as a blessing because I was, at the time I was helping my mother, I was helping my grandchildren, and it was just more than I could, I couldn't do and He blessed me. And when the Lord told me to give up my home, my trailer, I was like, Lord, what am I supposed to do? And He told me, later on, He said to give it to my daughter. Because my daughter was in the process with her kids as far as trying to help her. She really didn't have a place. And she needed some place in order to be able to see her kids. So I gave my trailer to, I was fighting all this. I finally gave it to her. Then the Lord told me, you need to quit your job. And I've always wanted to quit my job and do whatever I wanted to do, but but when I thought about it, I thought, because this is the time when I still had my grandkids and was taking care of my mother. He was telling me I need to quit my job, and I thought, Lord, how can I do this? How can I quit my job? I have to, I'm helping. I can't, how am I going to do this? He says, you need to quit your job. You need to put more faith in me. And I thought, how am I going to do that? Well, I come back, my husband that I married, I was with him before, and we kind of separated. We got back together, and he told me that I could quit my job. And I thought, wow, I can quit my job. Well, the closer I got to quitting my job, I was kind of getting to the point. I said, "Oh my goodness, Lord, I'm not, I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to do things?" Because my husband was working, but he had a lot of bills, and the Lord got me out of debt that I didn't have any bills. And I said, I was really fighting this because I said I didn't know if I could do this. And he said, "Put your faith in me." Then afterwards, we're moving over to my husband's, where he lives, which I really didn't want to live there. I wanted my trailer. I wanted to live in my home. I wanted him to come to my home, but the Lord said, "No, you are going to go to his house. You are going to give up this one and give it to your daughter, and you're going to his home. Because I have got a plan and a future for you over there." And I fought this, but like I said, I finally submitted and gave in to the Lord. And it's almost been 2 years. And that I've been living with my husband at his place. Now, what I want to tell you is, my husband, now he's got a job and he brings home money, but it's pretty much, it takes care of the bills. There's not too much left over. I have a retirement that I'm getting, but after all the taxes of my monthly, I'm getting it monthly. After all the taxes that come out of my monthly retirement, it's about $300. I've been living on that $300 as far as taking care of the household. We have animals. I have to buy feed for the animals. Anything we need for the house, I take care of. My car, I put gas in my car. I pay my insurance. If my car if it's broke, if it needs tires, if it needs whatever the situation, this $300 is taking care of all my needs in this month. Now, you look at that and say, how? All I can tell you is the Lord told me to put my faith in Him. I've been putting my faith in Him. And during this time, He's met all my needs. He's blessed me so much that I can bless others. I've been blessing other people. Now, as I am doing this, I'm reaching the age of, I'm going to be 63. And I was thinking, well, maybe my Social Security, I'll wait till I'm 65. Well, my husband wants to retire early. And so I'm thinking it's going to be before my age of 65. So I thought, well, I guess I better start my Social Security. Well, when I went, I was just, what everybody's getting, I just figured I was going to get about the same as what they're getting. Well, when I applied and we were talking to the lady, I found out my husband, almost 20 years ago, he had died and left me a widow. And yet at that time, he had 2 other ex-wives that had children. We didn't have any children. He had 2 children from his other 2 wives. They collected the Social Security for their children. Well, I didn't think nothing about his Social Security because I figured it was done gone. Well, when I went in and when she found out that I was a widow, she said, well, you might be able to collect his. And I said, oh, I don't think so. I said, I think she said, no. She said, that would, with the other kids, that wouldn't have had nothing to do with me collecting on them. She said, let me see if you're eligible to collect from him. So I was married to him. I had to show my marriage certificate. I was married to him when he died. And also they had a little clause that before the age of 60, I could not draw his unemployment. But if I got married, well, we're talking about getting remarried. If I remarried before 60, I wouldn't have drawn his unemployment. And I didn't. I wasn't married. All that time when he died, it was almost 20 years. I did not remarry until I was 3 months after I was 60. I married my husband, man I was with before. And being that I married him after the age of 60, I get to collect his Social Security, which is almost double of my Social Security. And I couldn't believe, I thought, and it's only a blessing from the Lord. He has taught me to live by faith, and if you live by faith, by the promises of, and if you listen to my other ones, the title deed. The title deed is the substance of faith. It's all the promises that's in the Bible. If you live by them, obey and listen to the Lord. If you're faithful, at the end, He has blessings. He has blessings if you follow His ways. You follow Him, you listen to Him, you obey Him. And this is one of the blessings. And I just want to share this with you for those that are needing the faith to step out in an area that you don't know if you can do it. Keep your whole faith in the Lord. Believe in the promises that He has for us. And if you believe and step out and do and obey and listen to what He says, the blessings are there for you. God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.